First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Samuel and Mr. and Mrs. Stewart. Thank you so much for hosting this beautiful wedding. It's really, really nice. Dan, man, you look good tonight. Wow, beautiful, really. And Dan, good job, buddy. So I do have some stuff written down.
I'm recording it for Beth and Wally.
Love you, Ellis. Dan and I have been best friends since the second grade. He was a new kid in class, and he sat beside me, and we became instantly friends. Over the many years of our friendship, we've done some pretty stupid things together. We have great memories because of these things, and I'm sure a lot of these ridiculous things have been, adding to his hair loss all over the years. Probably some of his dad as well. I'm sure Jen's kind of nervous about what I have to say today because I have a lot of embarrassing stories about it that I've developed over the years. Like a lot. But I'm going to keep those in the vault for tonight. When Dan first asked me to be his best man, I was completely honored. We were up at the cottage, and we celebrated like any best friends would by doing a lot of fireball shots. We stayed up extremely late, partying, and we were found about 7 o'clock in the morning sleeping on the floor. No word of a lie. Any one of these guys sitting over there right now could be standing at my place, so it's truly an honor to be standing here speaking instead. Dan's always been the tall guy in class, so naturally I've always looked up to him. Not just literally, but as a person as well. He knows what he wants, and won't let anything stop him from getting it. He's very kind-hearted and makes everybody smile everywhere he goes. He's the type of friend who will stay up to the sun starts rising, drinking Fireball with you, or we like Fireball. Or he'll stay up listening to any troubles that you guys have, and he'll give you the best advice that anybody can offer. His wonderful personality attracts so many people, and everybody loves him wherever he goes. Clearly, look at everybody here supporting you guys today. It's no reason why everybody loves him so much. Dan's always been there for me, regardless of the distance between us. In 2007, I moved out west and lived there for about 5 years. So naturally, we weren't able to hang out as much as we'd like. But every time I came home, visited, and we saw each other, regardless of how much we've changed and grown up, our friendship will always remain the same. While I was out west, I missed a lot of growth of Dan and Jen's relationship. I only met Jen a few times before I moved out west, so I didn't really get to know her that well as I would have liked. But in 2010, Dan, Ellis, and I were planning a snowboarding trip to Big White, and hadn't seen him in a while, and really couldn't wait. So while we were booking this, Dan told me that he invited Jen, and I don't know if I ever told him this, but I thought it was a guy's trip, and I was pretty pissed off. Going into day one, I was like a little uneasy about how this trip would pan out with the guys and Jen, but I couldn't have been more wrong. We had one of the best trips I've ever had. We did about 3 days of the most best snowboarding I've ever done, and played countless games by Spy in the hot tub, drinking Fireball, Spice Rum and Coke. It's crazy. I then realized, how stupid I really was. I ever have doubted Dan's decision. It was probably one of the best decisions he's ever made. Yeah, on this trip, I really had an opportunity to see how amazing of a person Jen really is, and how happy she made Dan. It really means a lot to me to be able to see that. It only made me want to spend more time with you guys. And, you know, every time they're around anybody, they always make everybody laugh, and you guys bring out the best in each other. About a year later, during another get-together when I was visiting again in Ontario, we were having some more fireball. Me and Dan were having a heart-to-heart, and at one point in time, he kind of just stopped, looked over at Jen, and goes, you know, one day I'm going to marry that girl. And, you know, just stating what everybody already knew. You guys are made for each other, meant to be. It's so obvious when Jen looks at Dan and the way that he loves her, and you know, even when she talks to her dog. Yeah, your point is broken. Where's your dragon? Yeah. I recently got some of the best news of my life, and I wanted to share it with all my friends. And, unfortunately, Dan and Jen were away in Jamaica attending a wedding, and I only got to tell Dan over text message. And when I got the reply back from Dan, I truly could see how genuinely excited he was. He was probably the most excited person other than myself to find out about this news, and he's always been supportive of me and encouraging me to follow my dreams, and thank you for that. Really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I'm so happy for you guys. I know that you're going to be a great husband to Jen. Jen, I know you're going to be a great wife to Dan. It's pretty easy for me to stand up here and just talk about Dan the entire night because I just love you so much. You're like the brother I never had. And with that being said, you know, I'm so proud of you. So happy that you guys are together, and you guys are the best. You're incredible together, and I love you so much more than words can express. So on that note, if everybody could just raise their glass, and I'd like to toast the brand new Mr. and Mrs.